bad news for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, as it has seen a 70% drop-off between opening weekend and now, which is quite a large drop-off. We take a look here on the numbers. It's done $167 million at the domestic box office, $195 at the international box office, for a grand total of $362 million worldwide. However, the numbers that we're interested in here are right here for the weekend box office performance. Last weekend, its opening weekend, it managed to pull $106 million, which is actually about $80 million less than was projected. And now this weekend, $31 million for a 70% decrease, which puts it on par, I believe, with the Eternals for the largest drop-off in Marvel movie history between its opening weekend and its second weekend. It's also tied with the Eternals on Rotten Tomatoes. As far as the critic score goes, it's at a 48%. Now, this audience score has been locked around 83-84% since the day that it came out. It hasn't changed. So it's obvious that there's some manipulation going on here with the audience score. Bad reviews are being removed again. No one is to be trusted. Many people that have seen the movie said it's a very boring movie. The first 3/4 of the movie concentrate on Janet Van Dyne. Ant-Man is basically a secondary character in his own movie. Wasp is barely in it at all as far as Hope Van Dyne is concerned. I guess if you count Janet Van Dyne as the Wasp, then the movie's mostly about her. Hank Pym doesn't have much to do in this movie either. They try to introduce us to Kang, or at least a version of Kang, because there's unlimited versions of him, basically. And this Kang comes off as more silly whenever he ramps up his energy level. People are just saying it's silly and not believable. So word of mouth has probably hurt this movie. According to some insiders, this movie needs to make anywhere between 500 and 600 million to break even on a between 200 and 250 million dollar budget. And you include Super Bowl spots and other marketing, then it could be even higher than that. And with its box office here, seeing this in its second weekend, it's going to struggle to get there. Some are predicting that it may get there, and it might make $10 million. It'll clear $10 million, which just isn't feasible for Disney to continue. It's likely that this will be the last Ant-Man movie that we'll see. They may try to continue it with Cassie Lang. They tried to boost her up in this movie. I believe her comic book character was Stinger, I think. So she does become an Ant-Man type hero. The odd thing is that in its second weekend, Ant-Man and the Wasp was beaten out by Cocaine Bear, which is a movie about a bear that gets a hold of a kilo of cocaine, snorts it all up, and then goes on a killing spree. It's kind of a comedy / horror movie. Now, Ant-Man was still the number one movie. It raked in $32 million. But Cocaine Bear took a lot of its thunder away by gaining $23 million on its opening weekend. If you look here, in contrast to Ant-Man and the Wasp, Top Gun Maverick only had a 29% decline from first to second weekend, went from 126 million to 90 million. So that's what Marvel was hoping for, obviously, but that's not what they got. So once again, we're just getting more of the same from Marvel. This movie really didn't move any storyline forward. It was basically its own contained little storyline. Yes, it was supposed to introduce us to Kang the Conqueror. However, by the end of the movie, this version of Kang the Conqueror was dead. There were no stakes. Everyone survived. There was a post-credit scene that showed lots and lots and lots of Kang the Conquerors, like the Council of Kangs. Kind of the same as the Council of Ricks from Rick and Morty. So now we're just going to wait to see what happens with Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which will be out in a couple of months. Everyone's looking forward to that. It's the last outing of Guardians of the Galaxy, and hopefully it won't be more woke trash from Disney Marvel, and it'll actually give us a good freaking Marvel movie. However, it's an isolated movie. It has nothing to do with the greater picture of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It doesn't take place on Earth. It takes place somewhere out in the galaxy and will not move the story forward at all. Let me know what you think about Ant-Man and its 70% drop off down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Ring the bell for notifications, and I'll talk to you next time.